Knicks family, welcome back to the God of Knicks podcast. I'm Yosef Apollo Reed. I'm here with Andre Jalil. Rick the Ruler. How y'all doing, man?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
We got Smiles over here today, of course,
man.
because us. They ain't got nothing to do
That's
with
because
it.
we're talking about something other than basketball.
Yeah.
It was a terrible night, man. First half we looked good and then we looked bad, but it was really like I said in the chat, like the problem was the starters, man. The second unit looked good, and once you took them out the game for as long as you did, they couldn't get that continuity again, and it was just bad. So we lose to the Mavs, 99-86. Of course, Porzingis. Yeah, they couldn't get that continuity again. It was a crazy game, but he ended up with what did Porzingis ended up having? He had 14 points, 1 for 7 from the 3-point line, 6 for 17. That's the only win for us tonight. But everybody else they went ham on us. But what y'all see?
Go ahead, cuz I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I wouldn't say that would be the only win for us tonight. The other win I would say is Obi playing the way he played. But yeah, there wasn't much to smile about tonight. I'll tell you that much.
Nothing to write home about. They looked uninspired. So in the middle of the second quarter, they started taking off. Everybody scoring. It was like the ball was moving. Obi was going. Because I text y'all, I said, this is the type of basketball Obi needs to play.
Mm-hmm.
If he's aggressive and running to the basket, dunking on people, then he could take that 3-point shot. That boy was looking good for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
All of 5 minutes, that boy was looking good. And like you said, Ricky, while we were watching the game, it was like, why has he got the people who's on fire on the bench? Like, he has to let them play, like, let that rock. But you got the stars. When the stars, the power forward, kind of got to, like, all right, I got to get him back in there. But he never really played tonight. Like, he was inspired at all. It was almost, he's like, why you got me in here, Obi on fire? It was almost,
yeah.
My question is, how long does he have to play poorly in order for him to come out of the game? How long? He ran them for, I don't even know how many minutes it was, but then he finally decides to put Obi back in. And by now, he's cold. He doesn't know what the court feels like, the flow of the game. It's too late. Yeah. So I was a little disappointed in that.
It's true. You only got to pull him out for being tired. At that point, when he was rocky, he would the putback slam, all that. I was out there like, yo, look at this cat out here.
Yeah.
And it was great. What's his name? Quickly, he was just looking bad tonight.
Yeah. Another night.
It's get too mad at him because he's a rookie. Yeah. But that one thing he does that drives me nuts. He's doing everything for a foul.
Yeah, everything. He doesn't. He doesn't look like he's trying to actually score a basket.
Yeah, he's like not actually trying to get away from the defender and score. He's always trying to draw, and then he gets caught up in the air. Yeah. They don't take it because now they got his number.
Now they know what they're gonna do. They know
they're not calling him. Yeah.
Right. So now he's trying to do this, and now he's got to throw it. It's a bad pass. So he's running at the court. He does kind of like what Julius Randle was doing, where he's running to the basket, not sure what he's gonna do, and then he gets stuck because he's a small guy. It ain't like he can shoot over everybody.
Yeah.
And it's not. I'm not saying that it was his fault, but that was one of the things we saw. Obi was good. Reggie was looking good actually, but it was like a day late and a dollar short.
Yeah, and Burks he looked pretty consistent.
Yeah, I mean, Burks was actually our only other guy tonight. He had 20 points. He was 6 for 11 for the field. Actually, I have the ticker for it here. 6 for 11 for the field. Those are not his stats. I may put those stats up. But yeah, 6 for 11 for the field. 4 for 6 from the 3-point line. 4 for 4 from the free throw. He was literally the only guy out there doing anything positive on the offensive end. You know what I mean? That's what he's here for, and it's good to see. But he's supposed to be the secondary guy. He's supposed to be coming off the bench, and you shouldn't have to depend on your sixth man to win you a game. So Bullock, you guys mentioned Bullock. He, like you said, they laid dollar short. He had 4 threes. He was 4 for 9 from the 3-point line. He was 4 for 10 from the field, which means he literally took one shot outside of the 3-point line. And, that's what he's there to do. Plus minus, he was a -8, so he wasn't great. RJ Barrett, another one. I mean, these guys, they shot horrendous. You know what I mean? RJ Randall was 5 for 20 from the field. RJ was 3 for 11. Derrick Rose was 1 for 10.
Damn. And I thought RJ was going to come out shooting because of how the game ended the other night, and he just had more of the same. That was a little deflating too.
That I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't want to keep going here, but the continuity in that starting unit is not good when Elfrid's in there. But when they went down in the first unit, actually, after the second unit went in their run, after the second unit went in their run, they put the first unit back in there, but Peyton wasn't in there with them, so you can't really blame him for them losing that lead. But something's wrong with that starting lineup. I don't know what happened. Um, the chemistry has been off since last game. I mean, Randall had 14 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds, but he was 5 for 20 from the field, 1 for 7 from the 3-point line.
I would like to say,
Costing them 5 turnovers. Oh my God.
I would like to say that Dallas is a better team, but we were washing them early, and we played horrible.
We couldn't hit a shot.
Yeah, and because I don't believe that the Mavericks are better than us. Like we were a bit. Well, I mean, Doncic was shitting all over the Knicks today. It was just like the energy changed, and like what would happen is that they would play good defense, and Doncic would score anyway, and you see they go like this, like after they score.
Yeah,
just like it's deflating. It's deflating for any team for you to play hard defense. You know what I'm saying? I think we all know how that feels when you be like, oh, I got this, I'll lock them down. They score anyway.
Yeah,
like you just use all that energy.
They're kind of team. Yeah, that's the team that's talented, and I don't necessarily think they're a great team. They can
this Caps ain't great.
They can beat a certain amount of teams because of their talent, but they're not a good team. Like the thing with us is we're a good team, but we don't have a ton of talent just yet. You know what I mean? So a lot of nights we need talent to pull us out. Like tonight was one of those nights we needed talent.
This is one of those games we always talk about. Like if we had that one player, it only had to be like a superstar.
Right. Yeah.
Because they didn't play great tonight. The Mavericks did not play great tonight. If we were going to win against the Mavericks, tonight should have been that night. But we played worse than they did. The defense was there, but the defense was not turning into offense. And they did hit some like make-a-wish shots. So there's really nothing you can do about that. But overall, they didn't play well tonight. They scored 99 points at the end of it. They didn't even make it to 100. So it's games like this that we need to win to keep moving forward and moving up the ladder in the standings. But we fell short tonight and the other night, and it's annoying. It
really is annoying to see that. Yeah. I can only imagine with Thibodeau. You seen him after some of them plays. And like I almost like feel bad for him. He's over there like God. Like I saw him quickly making plays.
Yeah.
But I gotta.
It's mostly his fault though.
I gotta be honest though. For the team that we have and the talent that we have and the lack thereof, the Knicks are doing pretty good with the squad we have. With the inconsistency that we have for us to be where we are in the standings, like Thibodeau, that's like I gotta tip my hat to him because for the guys that he has and like the lack of firepower and the lack of star power that we have,
the
Knicks are doing all right. And I'm still not scared of teams. Like this is a bad game. I feel like this is a bad game. I feel like the Knicks have these. I think teams have those streaks where they 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Then they come back 3, 4 games, and then they have like 7 out of their last 10 games they win. And I just feel like that's what happens right now. We had a 3-game winning streak.
Now we have a 3-game losing streak.
Right now we under 500. We'll go and get back above 500, and I guess we got to see how that whole thing goes. But I try not to get down. I'm trying to stay positive because of this whole with us losing like this. But man, it really is like a
it's hard to stay positive.
It's hard to when you got these cats. Like Obi was looking so good. I was like, oh my God. I was like, yo, this is it. I was like, he got it. Because I always feel like players have that game. I always said about Frank Ntilikina. You know what I'm saying? Quickly already had that game. You could do it. Yeah. It's like now, all you got to do is do it. Just go.
Yeah.
Pardon me on that. Those little technical difficulties. But
Yes.
Yeah, man. It's clear and evident that these guys need some help. It's unfortunate that the trade deadline has passed. We did sign Norvell Powell, I believe his name is today. Today.
Hell.
Powell, yeah. But I mean, it's that's not one of the moves that's gonna catapult us. It's more of
It's more of a Mitch replacement.
yeah, patch up. Little patch
Yeah.
job real quick until Mitch is back.
He plays good defense, but at the last video I sent you guys on him when he played for Brooklyn, he looked sloppy. He just looked like a Julius Randle and a Mitchell Robinson on a bad day type of game. He still did his thing. He had 2 points, 5 rebounds, 3 blocks in that game. And he looks like he was going for dunks and he's missing. And I was like, it was important that I sent that because you get the ones with the dudes with all the highlights, and you're like, oh,
you think they're incredible,
right? Yeah.
They get there, and you're like, well, this ain't what the highlights show.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
who's this guy?
Yeah. So I had Tampa, but they showed one of the first video I sent. Dude was going crazy, killing the Knicks, blocks everywhere. He had an all-time high versus the Knicks. So I want to see that when he does play and pick up.
I mean, I think he's really here to really give Taj and Noel some minutes, some break, like some
break,
a break.
Once they get in foul trouble, it's over.
Yeah, man, and that's the thing. He has to run them out there, in foul trouble with major minutes, and because it's not like he's gonna play Obi next to Randall. You know what I mean? So it's clear that that's not even something that's on their mind because they're bringing in somebody who's not even really that talented just to play backup minutes at the 5.
Yeah.
So it was good to see Obi do what he did today. It was the aggression, the drive to the basket on I think it was on Luka or maybe Kleber. Might have been Luka. Then the come around the pick and pull up jump shot from the mid range is something that you want to see. Did he hit a 3? No, he didn't. He did hit a 3, but it didn't count. But he did have the and one. The and one was a good play because aggressive play, drive to the basket.
Yeah, and the putback was everything.
Then of course, you finish it off with the putback. And
how they reward him? Put him on the bench,
and they put him on the bench, and they let Randall just
until when, like the fourth quarter. I don't think he didn't play any third quarter minutes, did he?
I'm not sure if he did. I think he did. He played a little. He played
in the third quarter.
In the third quarter, I'm not. I could
don't think so. I think the next time he showed up again was in the fourth quarter, and I was just like, I don't understand that. I blame the coach mostly for this loss and for the last loss. I blame the coach. I don't even blame the players.
We talked about that with his rotations and different things, and you icing guys a little too long. There's a bunch of times where he had that, and there's been times where he's lucky that he won it, that we won with the lineups that he had in there. You know what I'm saying?
Been so many times where it's just a stubborn move here or there, where it's just like let it go. Just let go. What's the worst that can happen? You're gonna lose with the guys that you got in there. You're gonna burn them out and lose.
Right.
What's the point? If especially if somebody else is showing you something. Like the other night, I wanted to see Quickly play more, and he had 0. He had the highest plus minus with 0 points. So you don't necessarily got to be out there hitting every jump shot, but if you're playing, if the team is playing better basketball while you're on the floor, I don't see why you change that up. You know what I mean? Make the starters earn it. You know what I mean? Make the starters earn it. You know.
He did run with Quickly a long stretch down the stretch.
Yeah, which was good to see.
He didn't put what's his name back out there. He never got back out there.
Alfred.
Yeah.
Which is good. Which is good. But let's start the game without him. You know what I mean? Like, why are you getting them off to a bad start?
I felt like
he was actually putting points on the board. Like he was driving and scoring. So
that's right. That's right. He did. He was at one point. He was at one point.
Yeah, he had. I felt like he had Quickly. When I said he's going to bench Quickly, I was surprised that he didn't.
Yeah.
Quickly was doing all this crazy stuff.
He was.
I was just like, all right, he about to bench him, and he didn't. So I was like, all right, but he never looked better than that. The whole night he was bricking shots.
Yeah, he wasn't hitting.
Yeah, it just wasn't hitting. I was just like, all right, so he showed you enough. Like, let's go. Like, I love Quickly, but you got to sit down this one.
Yeah, man, and that's part of the reason why I'm not clamoring for him to be the starter. I'd rather at this point see Derrick Rose start. Just run him
1 for 10.
out there, huh?
1 for 10.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I
he
feel
was
like
out last game, wasn't
I
he
feel
out
like
last
this
game?
though. The one thing LP
Yeah,
has better than D Rose is defense. Like D Rose plays some tough D, but it just seems like everybody scores on D Rose. That's what it
Yeah,
feels.
for sure. He's almost a revolving door on
Yeah,
defense.
and he's playing D though.
yeah,
He's
he is.
playing. He's playing defense.
I
He's
remember
just
when he was
not a
with the
good
Knicks before, I was like, yo, he was on him, but they score.
I don't know. I think he needs to. I still think he needs to start. He puts enough pressure on the ball.
I wouldn't be mad at that though. I'm not saying I'm opposed, but I wouldn't be
Yeah.
mad. I think if we start with him, you know what I mean. We see how the game goes because
think-
that whole thing with Rose and quickly, it doesn't seem like it's working like it was in the beginning. Like,
Well, he's also not running them out there a lot. He's
Yeah,
also
they don't really play that much minutes together, that many minutes
he
together.
staggers it. He staggers it a little bit. Like what he'll do is he'll bring in Rose 6 minutes in, and he won't play quickly until like the last minute in the first quarter. And at that point, there's I don't know. Knicks announced that they've signed Norvell Pell to a 10-day contract. Okay, cool.
you gotta give him minutes. If you go 10 days, you gotta give him minutes. What's that? 5 games, 4?
Yeah, good luck with that. We're talking about Tom Thibodeau here. So
Yeah, I mean, you give him a 10 day. What's that for practice?
basically,
That's nothing.
to see if he's gonna crack the rotation.
My
Like I'd like to pick up as far as what I know how they're using him. He's not out there, but none of our centers give us offense. Really, you know.
Neither does he, right?
Nothing major.
Yeah, if you look at his highlights, all his highlights on the defensive end.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how we're gonna be using these guys. You know what I mean? So
we need some more stuff.
if they probably gonna give him a 10 day, then give him another 10 day if he does well. You know what I'm saying? But he needs minutes to prove if he's gonna play.
Yeah.
It ain't like we lost Taj. Then it's like, yo, you absolutely
Need someone.
But I like what they did. Instead of going out there and trying to sign somebody and paying them stupid money,
Right.
I was like, if this is the guy they're going at, this looks like this is who they want. But I'm afraid that in the offseason they're gonna go after Carl Anthony Towns. I can't stand the way he runs.
You can't say the way what?
The way he runs.
Who, Carl?
Yeah. You ever see the way he runs, the way he kick his feet, his legs up all high, like he's like a big baby.
Well, he don't run as funny as Obi runs.
Nah, you know what bothers me about Carl Anthony Towns is that his what do you call it? His
He's better than what we got. I'm being honest. But
what's the moment? When you're in the moment.
Oh, he don't get into it.
No, like when you're in the moment, when you're in it, like you feeling it, like he looks down. He looks down at the ground all the time, and it drives me insane. And it's like, bro, why don't you ever look up? It's like he's almost scared to make eye contact with people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like he'll yell in your face, but he'll be like, ah! And I'm like, bro, what are you looking at? And it kind of makes me feel like he's scared, like because it's kind of like a fake.
Like I never noticed that. I never noticed that. That's funny though. I'm gonna watch now.
If you look at a lot of his highlights, he's always yelling, looking down at the ground.
Saying he's right. He's saying that he's basically saying he's on the spectrum a little bit. Think about it. What you saying along with me with him running funny like that? He's right on the edge. He's right there on that spectrum. Like this, yo, dude, look up when you scream, man.
Yo, dude, look up when you scream.
Yo, dude, look up when you scream. You're looking at the floor.
Imagine saying that.
And the floor ain't doing that to you.
No, but it's weird. It's almost like when you remember when Drake had first started rapping and he never looked at the camera and everybody was always like, yo, why don't you ever look at the camera when you rap? And then it was something that he had to gradually start doing. Like,
yeah, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? I guess I've been a fan for too long. But people who watched Drake since the beginning, he really like never looked at the camera. It was kind of weird. But yeah, Carl does weird stuff like that. But I mean, listen, he's a very talented player. I think we have the defensive scheme and players that would fit around him. But I don't think he's going anywhere without a trade, and I don't want to trade for him. He's not. He's not that kind of guy I want to trade for.
He's not the guy I think that we need.
Yeah.
But they did beat us. But so what?
Did they beat us or did we beat ourselves?
We beat ourselves that game, man.
We beat ourselves.
How did he look that game though? Carl Anthony Towns.
Carl looked like Carl, but he only had like 18 points.
Yeah, he looked the same.
He only had like 18 points.
He didn't do anything different than what you normally get from him.
He plays center, right?
Yeah. Listen, Izzy, I don't know.
You don't want to know, Izzy?
I don't know, Eyes. I don't know. It's
we lost.
We
That's
lost.
what happened tonight. We lost.
Yeah, I've been learning from our mistakes.
We didn't know how to handle the ball. We didn't know how to shoot the ball. We lost.
We didn't learn from our mistakes.
That's a short.
None of that.
What do we need to get together in order for us to get a win tomorrow night?
I think it's quite simple as ball movement and defense. I think if your shot isn't falling, let's keep the ball moving. For these guys to be missing so many shots tonight, the ball stuck way too much. Like you guys are trying to find your shot. You know what I mean? Don't worry about that. If you're missing, just keep passing it up. Get the better shot. You guys are running an offense. You know what I mean? If you're running your offense the right way, the shot will find you.
Yeah, I agree with you too.
And I was gonna say this, man. I was gonna say this.
Yeah, I thought it a couple times.
Damn braids, man.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm tweeting him right now. Get rid of that damn fro. I'm gonna just tweet him, Mr. Fro. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
What about you, Dre? What do we need to do in order to win tomorrow night?
I think we need to rewind time, go back to the trade, and make the trade on I think that what the Knicks are doing is really smart. I think we know what we have. We have a team where these guys play good one day, and then some days they're very immature. I look at quickly. If he's a future, he's immature now. I think he's going to be better. RJ Barrett is who in my mind, is always who I said he is. He's very inconsistent. He'll have a good game, or he'll have a string of good games, then he'll have a string of bad games. He's not a game changer for me, which is what I said. In good games, he does good, and it's just like that. But then there's other games, it's like the brother disappears.
Yeah.
And to me, that's super annoying. Even like Randall, we can't really get on Randall because he's doing so much better. But he did the same thing. He's grabbing rebounds. The ball is low. He's going into the paint. He's dribbling with his hands low in the paint. It's like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, Dr. Dre used to come down there and had a ball out here. Like, you can't touch it. He's gonna dunk on you or whatever. Or he'll come and figure out this dude done. He's running down there. And he's like this. Like, yo, come on, like, protect the ball. Like, little simple stuff. It just, I just can't see like dudes do stupid moves. They do a bunch of stupid things.
Yeah.
And so you have guys like Reggie, who's not aggressive. Obi, who looks dominant when he's aggressive. I don't know if he had to talk with his pops or something, but we need that every night. Even with the minutes he gets, he had 9 points in a few minutes.
7 minutes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. So we need an aggressive Obi. We need we need quickly to stop trying to get fouls every time he's out there.
Please.
Yeah, just go for it, basket.
Yeah, just shoot.
He wasn't doing that in the beginning of the season.
He would get more fouls if he just went up and shot instead of trying to fake the shot and go.
Because he's looking for the contact so much that he's not focused on where the rim is.
Right, he's just going like this. It's looking crazy. It's looking like
every time he does the move, he gets around the pick, he gets you on his back, and then he's going like this the whole time. Nobody's in front of him.
Nobody's in front of him.
It bothers me when he does this because you're at the easiest basket, the easiest jump shot on the floor is the mid range.
Right.
Yeah, you have the guy on your back.
Lean up. You
don't shoot the way he shoots. He's not the kind of shooter where he holds the ball up high. So if the guy tries to jump over his back to block him, that's not really. It's not going to work. He's the kind of guy. He's a push shot. He has a push shot.
Right. That's all you got to do is lean.
Just rise up from the mid range
and get that
right there. Throwing the floater. The floater is hitting off the front rim.
This is why
it's not been practiced that well.
That's why I feel like he's immature because he's one of those kids. What I like about Quickie is he's super crafty.
Yeah.
But he gets out there and he's just trying to be crafty instead of just going in there and scoring the basketball. Like there's a time, and I feel like this was what's gonna happen. Like his bag is very small. Like I said before, he's going in his bag. He's just doing crafty stuff.
Yeah.
Need you to be aggressive. Go to the basket. That's it. Stop. You can be crafty some games. Right. Some teams it works. Some teams it doesn't. Go out there and get to the basket and stop playing. Shoot that mid-range, do your little floater. And then it seems like he does the float at the bad time. He got like 3 guys in the paint, whatever the case may be.
Right.
But I noticed what you said, Josh. He's not a pass-first point guard. If he is a point guard, like I don't know what position.
He's a combo guard. He's a combo guard, and that's kind of the guy that his favorite player growing up, Sweet Lou Williams, his favorite player, who was a former
Sixth man of the
year. Yeah, which is, I mean, you gotta love him, but 6th man of the year, like, I don't want that to necessarily be Quickly's idol, but what I do like his style of play. But I mean, at the end of the day, he has to show me that, like I said I was on Knicks show the other day, and I said the only way Quickly is going to be our starting point guard is if he turns into a Dame Lillard type of player. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only way I see it happen. Because if he's not going to be able to get the team open looks to the basket, he's not a high assist guy. He's not going to run your offense very well. In order for him to be effective and being your starting unit, he has to score a lot off the dribble. So that's the only way I see him being your starting point guard. I do see a realm where he can be your 2 guard, your starting 2 guard for sure, and then push RJ to the 3 and Randall at the 4. I could see that, but then your point guard has to be at minimum Alonzo Ball. You know what I mean? So it's a tough break. He said he wanted to see some Obi highlights. Let's see what we got over here. Some Obi highlights, man. You know,
Obi tore it up. Obi had that building rocking.
Let's talk about it.
And it was like, and then they went on a 15-2 lead to get it back.
There he is, right there. Yeah, that was on Kleber. No. That was on Luka. That was on Luka.
Luka ain't got nothing for Obi on the 1-on-1.
Nah, not really. There you go. Right there.
Right there. That's it. That's what he should have been doing.
Just drop. Bro. Stop thinking. That's his problem. Too much.
I love it because I love the way he looked when he looked. You can't really do nothing to him.
He didn't look at not one teammate that played. I like.
He was probably like, yo, you know what?
Sometimes you gotta be selfish and just say, yo, this bucket is mine.
You gotta be selfish, man.
And he does look. Sorry, he always, as soon as he gets the ball, the first thing he's doing is looking to pass.
There you go with that jumping up in the air.
Right here. Look, he came around.
Right there. That should be his bread and butter right there.
See, boom. This right here.
Use the screen.
The screen. He does this move. Can you see the cursor? Can you see it?
Yeah.
He comes around this pick every time, and you know what he does? He passes it to this man.
Passes it. Yeah, and not even a pass. It's like a handoff, which I hate.
Like handoff. But what
I hate
does
seeing that.
It doesn't allow it allows the defense to take this whole area away from us. You know what I mean? Like, there's no everybody's around the perimeter. If you're gonna come from here and then throw it out here, then the defense doesn't have to do much in here.
It doesn't do anything. It allows them to set back up.
You know what I mean? And then now, boom, it's open. You boom right there every time. That's all you gotta do. I don't see why that's hard. He can run that play.
That should be part of his repertoire every night. Watch this. The miss. Look at it come on. Boom!
Out of nowhere.
And that's just keeping his eye on the ball. That's all he really did.
It was on him. You see, the bench was on him. Look at you, boy.
Yeah. That's what you need. You need, like, look at this. This just came out of nowhere.
On 2 dudes. Yeah, with the left.
Oh man, with the left too.
Yeah. Yo, he put it back like it was nothing, dude.
Yeah, and he was still flying.
Like, oh, this is where this goes. Let me put this back right here. Bang.
Man,
so I love that dude if he's playing like that.
Listen, bro.
Look, it show you who is Novell Pell. They show you must have been checking on him.
Listen, I'm not in the mood to talk about Novell Pell right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to talk about Obi and them highlights. You feel me? Like, you keep doing that, Obi. I just
hope that he went home and his dad was like, That's the game you need to play right there.
Yeah.
That's the game you need to play right there.
I think and like I said on the other pod the other day, I said if he starts doing this, he's not a dumb kid. I just think he's scared. Like I was saying the other day to Rick, I just think he's scared. I think he sees Tom and he's like, I don't want to get screamed on. But then he's like, it's my career on the line.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I gotta take some chances here.
Yeah, I'm at home too. Like this is your opportunity to play for your squad. This is like who you want to retire with.
Take your chances. You know what I mean? Take those chances, and at the end of the day, if you're gonna be pushed out of the rotation and be getting 9 minutes, you might as well make every minute of those 9 minutes count.
Exactly.
Every single minute of those 9 minutes count. If you only gonna get 9 minutes, regardless, only to give Julius a rest, you might as well go ape shit, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would go crazy every single time that I'm out there because I'm not gonna sit here and let an opportunity pass me by, and for 9 minutes I'm playing team basketball and I'm still gonna get 9 minutes every game.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not getting me no
make that 9 minutes count.
Yeah, make that 9 minutes count, bro. That's all I'm saying. But I don't want to run too much. It's not too much positive we can talk about. We can sit here and talk about negatives all night long.
Right.
That. We play the Pistons tomorrow. Killian Hayes, I think, is coming back tomorrow as well for the first time in January. So we'll see him. Hopefully he's a little bit rusty. And we just need to get a win. We need to get a win. It needs to happen. And 3-game losing streak, our first time since January, losing 3 games in a row. And that's not something that needs to continue to happen. So that's all we got. You guys got anything else you wanna drop in there?
Just another fine job from the refs, but it is what it is now. Doesn't even make sense complaining about it.
These refs from.
I don't even.
And we home. You would think that they would be a little more favorable to the home team. Nope. Worse. They calling Noel, said he had a foul on Porzingis. Dude didn't even touch him.
Oh, yeah,
he went straight up and came straight down. They had to use a challenge in order to. It's just ridiculous.
Like, come on, bro. Like that. And the thing is that why is it that we can only get recognized when we use a challenge? Like no one ever, like they can never. Any other team we play, they talk about it. They come together like, oh, we're gonna review it. But whenever it's us, it's just not. It didn't happen. All right, let's use a challenge. All right, cool. Oh yeah, you guys got it. You were right. Cool. Now we lose a whole timeout.
Exactly.
10 seconds into the third quarter. Now for the whole second half, we don't have a challenge because we had to challenge it just for you guys to call the right play, and whatever. It's more the same. Same old. But thank y'all for joining us for the Card Up Knicks podcast. Like them Spring Valley days, right? Listen, bro, I was never a favorite of any ref that ever refereed a game that I was in. And all of my boys can attest to that. I was never a favorite. I was getting texts and I was using all 6. So thank y'all for joining the God of Knicks podcast. We'll see y'all next time.
Next time, baby.